Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the all-new Melbourne Street Circuit, as it is a very cold 13-degree night here in Melbourne, as the track temperature is a freezing 10 degrees, as this is the first night race of the season, so the drivers will need to get used to the night, as Adelaide will also be a night race, as this will prove who is the best. As we get to the track map here, we get set to go 6 laps around this 2.5 kilometer circuit, 6 turns, as it's 2 to the left, 4 to the right, as row 1 Shane Van Gisbergen and Will Brown, row 2 Jamie Winkup and Brock Feeney, row 3 Cameron Waters and Thomas Randall, row 4 Brody Kostecki and David Reynolds, last race's winner. Row 5, finally, Craig Lowndes and James Corney routing out the grid as the cars get set for their warm-up lap. This is a new circuit, so they will not be used to it, as it's a fresh tarmac here. So it'll be interesting to see the first lap as they get lined up on the grid. And we're under racing here. And look at Brody Kostecki down the inside of Waters and Randall. On turn 1, Van Gisbergen leads early, followed by Winkup and Brown. As we come out of turn 6, Winkup and Brown fighting for P2. Van Gisbergen in a comfortable lead as we enter lap 2. Into the turn 2 hairpin, and Winkup and Van Gisbergen make contact. Van Gisbergen, the championship leader, gets turned by Winkup, who hasn't scored a point in this season, and it's not coming today, as that is a very big crash there at turn 2. What? Why? How has that happened? I believe Winkup locked up, took out the rear end of Van Gisbergen, as we're getting set to go back racing. That is a big crash. I hope Winkup and Van Gisbergen are okay, as we get set for the race restart here on lap 3. As we're on the way, lap 3, Brody Kostecki, Will Brown and Craig Lowndes is your top 3, as Kostecki is looking to take his first win of the season, like Reynolds did last week at the old Melbourne Street Circuit, as we enter lap 4. Still Kostecki, Brown and Lowndes, your top 3, as Waters, Randall and Courtney are fighting in the background there. Reynolds and Feeney fighting for P4, as Feeney, he's crashed out in both races this year. Is he going to finally score some points in this week's race? As there's a bit of movement in the background. Brock and Reynolds still fighting for that P4 position. And then you got Waters and Courtney fighting for P5 there. For P6 as we enter the final lap. And 3 wide down the main straight. What the hell, Randall. He's risking it all to get into P6. And Kostecki loses the rear end. Brown zooms through for the win. And Lowndes takes advantage and takes second place. What a race. Oh my god, what a final lap there. As it's Will Brown, Lowndes, Kostecki, Feeney, Reynolds, Randall, Courtney, Waters, Van Gisbergen and Winkup. Your race results: championship standings: Van Gisbergen, Waters, Lowndes, Kostecki, Reynolds, Brown, Feeney, Courtney and Randall, and then Winkup. Feeney scoring his first points of the season after back-to-back DNFs. What a race, ladies and gentlemen. What did I just see? Get ready for Adelaide.